Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 2. Today we have the Bristol Night Race Triple Header. We have trucks on Wednesday, Xfinity on Friday, and Cup Series on Saturday. And this is a event that I will be attending in real life. I will be attending the entire week here at Bristol Modifieds, Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. So hopefully we can do well in the game, and that will lead to good tidings when I go there in real life. But we are getting pretty darn close to the playoffs. Let's just see how far we are in each series. We got 3 races left for the trucks. We got 5 races left for Xfinity. So Xfinity is still a little ways away, and 1, 2, 3, and only 3 races for the Cup Series. So we got 3, 5, and 3. So the Xfinity Series, a little longer of a regular season left to go. We got Bristol, Road America, Darlington, Richmond, and Chicagoland. So got a little bit longer of a stretch in the Xfinity Series, but that's fine. Let's head off to Bristol for the truck race. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap in the truck. We are using the setup by HD Motorsports that I'm using this in the Xfinity Series to get used to here. So that hopefully we can have success in the Cup Series. But let's not spin out off the corner, right, dang it. Wow, even with spinning out off the corner, we're 19th, so that's probably a sign that this is going to be a really good truck. But we got to avoid the spinny outiness. So let's try to do that in the race. And let's try to win another race in the truck series.
Hold the bottom, hold your line.
Alright, we're going 3 wide here.
Clear high.
The setup guide says to run the bottom with this setup, and I obviously did not do that in qualifying.
Still there.
I'm also spinning out all over the place coming off the corner. So that's not good. But yeah, hopefully this would be a normal week. I did not get my what would have happened video ready yesterday, unfortunately. With the week of streams going on and with my work schedule being slightly adjusted, I didn't really have time to do that. Also, might not be an ATF weekly review this week. I'm not positive. I forgot to take notes during the Xfinity Series, and I'm recording this before the Cup race. So there might not be one, but we'll see. Obviously, by the time this video goes up, you'll know. But meanwhile, we're just kind of roadblocked in behind Quaffle and Truex, and then we get spun out off the corner as we were making progress. Great.
Car high. Clear up top.
Alright, we're almost in the top 10, but we only got 1 lap left, so let's just try to get some stage points here. White flag will be out now. Short races, as usual, for the truck series. Alright, we're going to get by both of them. Didn't think I was going to do that. I was going to follow one of them through, but they were both going so incredibly slow that I just decided to follow both of them. And we'll get a 9th place. That's 2 points. Can't go wrong with that, honestly. Cannot go wrong with that. Alright. Pitting. If we pit now, we can make it to the end of the race, I'm pretty sure. Because that was a 6-lap stage, so we're going to do so. The only thing I'm slightly concerned about are tires in doing that. So we'll have to keep an eye on our tire wear. But fuel-wise, that is the right call. If that was a 6-lap stage plus 2 or 3 laps, 2 or 3 laps of caution, we should be in good shape. But now we just gotta slice and dice our way through the pack again.
Stay low. Hold your line.
But we have been running a fairly clean race. I have a very decent control over the
Clear
truck
high.
with this setup. It might not look like it, but it's not ridiculously complex of a setup
Easy. Hold
to
your line.
handle.
Clear.
I've just got to avoid wheel spin off the corner, which basically means don't get too slowed in the corner,
Clear up top.
because then I'll be so slow off without wheel spin coming off. So we don't want to do that. Oh, Clay Greenfield spun behind. That might be the end of the stage right there.
Caution.
Yep.
Caution. Caution. Watch for debris.
Alright, so that'll save us some laps on our tires as well. So that is rather beneficial. Did I calculate wrong? Did I not need to pit at all? I think I might have calculated wrong. Frick, that just made my life even easier. Wow, I can't talk today. I just woke up and I can't talk today. I can't read math and I can't talk.
Car up top.
So it appears I did not need to pit at all.
Hold low. Stay right there.
It appears. I'm not positive on that statement, but that is what it appears to be.
Car outside.
So I'm rather upset with myself on that, but luckily that's why we have a custom setup in, so we can make up for stupid things like that. We lost our momentum after last week's race at Mid-Ohio, I believe it was, so we definitely need to try to gain that back again before the playoffs start, because that will be super beneficial for us in the playoffs. Not super concerned about trucks in Xfinity, but I really want to win that Cup Championship, because I plan on ending this career mode after this season, whether I win the Cup Championship or not. So I really do want to end it off with winning all 3 championships if possible. But my main focus will be the Cup Series. And we've made our way all the way back up to 7th already, so even with our pit stop blunder, we've made it up to 7th. And we're going to try to make it 3 wide here. The setup works really good on the bottom, so I will take advantage of it. Got Todd Gilliland in the Happy Dog car doing fairly well, so good for him.
Still there.
Can't go wrong with the Happy Dog doing well, even though it's not us. Oh, I was supposed to put in the new paint schemes for this today. Dang it.
Clear high.
I've just been so off, really, in general. The last couple days with the stream a day for a week and my new work schedule changing for spring break and all that stuff. I just haven't been thinking straight. I even made I think I made the highlight video, but I didn't put it up, and then I don't have the paint schemes ready, so guess we'll have to wait another week before we see the new paint schemes. That's fine. I think all 3 paint schemes are going to change, actually. I don't think there's any holdovers from last month.
5 to go. 5 to go.
5 laps to go. We've made our way back into the lead. Let's just see how much we can win this thing by now. Might actually get in some lap traffic if we're lucky. Or not lucky. I don't know how you would say that. Nope, do not spin out, please. I hit the brakes a little too hard there. 3 laps to go. We will probably catch, that looks like Spencer Boyd. Yep, we will catch him, probably put him a lap down. Also spinning out in the process. This is going to be an interesting corner entry. Yeah, I think that's just going to be the big thing with this setup, is not getting wheel spin off the corner.
Just 1 more lap to go.
White Flag is out, sponsored by ATF Gaming. Please subscribe to ATF Gaming. Mike Snyder in 30th. Not a good run for him. Also, Ross Chastain, who had like that really good stretch of races in the middle of the season.
Back or down.
That was all my fault. I can't even get mad about that. That was all my fault. Even though it was, you know, the stupid caution after the white flag thing, but that was all my fault. I should not have done that.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Nice and smooth here. Going green. Green flag. Green flag.
Well, that changes the complexion of this race. Now we need to get a good restart.
Clear up top.
Hopefully me slamming my table didn't hurt your ears anymore. I got a new mic stand that now doesn't require the mic to be planted on the table. So hopefully when I like throw my controller and punch the table or what other rage things happen, it won't completely destroy your ears. It's very possible it still will, but at least it won't. The microphone itself won't be impacted by whatever I do. But we win.
Fantastic job out there. Great win.
Oh, made it interesting on that last lap there. It was all my fault. I can't even blame the AI. I mean, I can blame the game for having the stupid white flag after the caution rule, or a caution after the white flag. Wow. I can't talk today. I cannot talk today. But we did get Spencer Boyd a lap down. Ross Chastain managed to stay a lap ahead. So, that's a payday. Not much of one, but it's a payday nonetheless. We're almost up to $33 million. That's our 10th win of the season already, so we are sitting very good going into the playoffs. Pretty much a straight shot to the Final Four unless we wreck in all 3 races, but that doesn't happen very often in the Truck Series. So, let's head back to the menu, or if there's nothing to see, off to the Xfinity race. Victory Lane, Aaron. Always forget Victory Lane. That's another win for the Happy Dog. In spirit, of course. Last win for, what was it, Maine? State of Maine on the car, I believe. I believe they're being replaced next month, or, well, next week. So, now, back to the menu, or off to the Xfinity race. Alright, here we are starting our qualifying lap in the Xfinity car. Let's see if we can have a good starting spot here. Again, using setups by HD Motorsports. Really appreciate all he does. Make my life a lot easier.
Alright.
23rd. Hey, that is a pretty darn good qualifying effort based on our standards. So, you can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. Blake Cook is on the pole as well. So that's good. Let's head off to the race.
Almost ready. The race is going green. Green flag.
Now, I probably should have refreshed myself on who our rivals are in this series. I have a sneaky suspicion that Matt Tifft is one of them. No, I actually know Matt Tifft is one of them. Almost called him Brandon Jones because that's the car he's running now.
Stay right there.
There's Brandon Jones right there. He might also be mad at me. I'm not positive. I know there were like 5 people in this series who's mad at me, and I can't remember who they are. So, we'll find out when we get to them, obviously.
Clear up top.
But hopefully we don't have too many run-ins. But this should be a fairly smooth race.
Car outside.
Now, the Cup Series is going to be a whole nother ballgame. I don't know how lenient they're going to be at Bristol because they usually run the high lane and I like running the bottom. So I don't know if they're going to continuously try to run me off the track, but knowing this game, probably. Joey Gase is in 4th, guys. That is amazing. And I believe that's Harrison Rhodes leading the race, so.
Clear up top.
It's been an interesting start to the race already. We're already making our way through the pack and most likely win this stage. Let's make sure we read the fuel mileage correct this time. Even though it didn't end up hurting us last time, we probably could have lapped the field, honestly, if I hadn't made that mistake in the Truck Series race. So let's try not to make the similar mistake here. Take our time, read the gauges, all that. Alright, we're going to pull the old crossover here
Still
on
there.
Harrison Rhodes. I backed out of it so I didn't hit him, so
All clear.
Aaron's being a little nicer today. Especially with Harrison Rhodes, considering he's leading. Or he was. Alright, now we're just going to set sail for the rest of the stage. Only a few laps left, so I'll keep you guys in for it. But I believe this paint scheme is going to be moving up to the Cup Series next week. I believe North Carolina is the top state. Okay, calm down, Aaron. Calm down, Aaron.
Still there. Clear all
You
around.
need to build up speed in the corner, otherwise you're going to wheel spin off. But, yeah, also, I'm trying very hard to follow IndyCar a little bit more this year, and man, it's really hard not to root for that rookie Robert Wickens. He got wrecked for the win at St. Petersburg in the first race, and then he almost won again at Phoenix, two completely different tracks, road course versus short oval. And so he finished second at Phoenix, so that's very good on him, and I'm rooting for him this season, definitely. But we win that stage. I'll talk about more of that in a minute. Alright, so I'm reading this right. 2 tires, 1 can of fuel, no repair. We dropped 10 spots. It could have been worse if I took 4 tires, but that shuffled the field up a little bit. I don't see Harrison Rhodes up here anymore.
Going green. Car high.
And Darrell Wallace is a well-known rival, so we're going to get as far away from him as possible.
Car high.
Pool is protecting the bottom, so I'm going to have to try to go high. Come on, Almirola. Move faster. Thank you.
Stay right there. Car high.
I'm going to make it pretty wide with Hemrick and Suarez. But we're just slicing and dicing through the pack. Yeah, Rhodes must have had a pit stop issue or decided to take 4 tires or more fuel or something. So now Brendan Gaughan is leading. I know Conrad will be happy with that.
Clear, clear. Car outside. Clear.
And we take the lead from Brendan Gaughan, 7 laps in the stage. But yeah, I'm rooting for Robert Wickens really hard in the IndyCar world right now. I'm really hoping he does well. Of course, the next big thing for IndyCar is the Indy Road Course and then the Indianapolis 500. And that's well noted because Bump Day is back for the Indy 500. We're going to have more than 33 cars attempting to qualify for the first time in a couple of years, so that's pretty good. Looking forward to that. I'll definitely be watching Bump Day. I'm not, I probably won't watch like the whole weekend of practice and all that, but I'll definitely watch Bump Day and the race, of course. So looking forward to seeing that. But I am now a Robert Wickens fan, along with I would assume a decent population of IndyCar fans after what he's proven in his first 2 IndyCar races of his career, not even of the year, of his career, and in line to win both of them, and had things gone his way, probably easily could have won both of them if Alexander Rossi hadn't wrecked him in the first race, and if he had decided to pit in the second race. He would have had much more of a fight for Joseph Newgarden. So, also F1 is this weekend. The race is tonight, I believe, so I have not seen it yet. So, of course, I'm recording this before the Cup race, so I have not seen the Cup race yet. Not much to say about the Xfinity race, except another bushwhacker won the race. Meanwhile, we're sliding off the corners on no matter what I do now. But now we're getting into some of the Dash for Cash weekends, so we won't be seeing any Cup regulars in the Xfinity Series, so that'll ease the tensions there. We won Stage 2, and we should not have to pit here. We'll be good to the end of the race. Tires are slightly concerning. but I'm not dropping all the way to last just to get new tires. So we're going to have to deal with the tires that we have.
Stay sharp. Green's coming. Okay, be smart out there. Going
Be
green.
smart
Car
out
high.
there. Yes, I agree, Mr. Crew Chief. I should definitely be smart out there. Because not
Stay
being
low.
smart
Hold your
has
line.
definitely not paid off for me at all.
Clear up top.
Yeah, I just gotta maintain a decent speed in the corner, so there's no need for the wheel spin. Obviously, hitting the wall is not going to help that because that's going to slow me down. And yeah, so I just need to maintain a decent speed in the corner, so when I hit the accelerator coming off, I don't wheel spin. And of course, as I'm giving that tutorial about how
Car
not to wheel
outside.
spin, I immediately wheel spin the next two corners. So, but that time I didn't. But I hit Brendan Gaughan in the process. Well, dang it.
Steady. Car low.
But we got plenty of time to make this up. We still got 12 laps.
Stay high. Car
And
there.
it's probably going to be a caution now that I
Bottom
spun out
clear.
Eric Almirola. Great.
The yellow's out.
And we're going to be on the outside. Fabulous. Another wonderful thing that happened there. Alright. Well, all of our underdogs have dropped from the front of the field, so they must have had bad pit stops.
Going green. Green flag.
Because there's
Green
no
flag.
Harrison Rhodes or Jerry Gase up here anymore.
Easy. Hold your line. Still there.
I don't know how I managed to spin them both out there,
Clear
but
high.
I'm just going to take it and go with it. They both saved it, so
Car high.
we're going to do the old dirt slide job here. And it seemed to work. The crowd would be cheering right about now because of that beautiful pass on Brendan Gaughan by the guy who's won like 10 races this year, which I'm sure they're thrilled about, considering how mad people get about bushwhackers winning. I can only imagine somebody getting mad about me winning. And technically I am a bushwhacker, and I've won 10 races, so... I guess I'm public enemy number 1 in the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, honestly. So, oops. Meanwhile, Brendan Gaughan is maintaining pace with me here, and I think it's mostly the tire wear that's getting me now.
5 laps to go.
5 laps to go, sponsored by Credit 5 Bank. But we should win this, but if I keep screwing up, Gaughan is right there to take advantage. Oh, like that. That's not an easy thing to do. And I hit the wall coming off, so here comes Brendan Gaughan. Three laps to go, though. We have this in the bag. We just need to be smart about things. And also, we still have a freaking 500-mile cup race after this, so that's gonna be a pain. But when I go to the Bristol night race, we're gonna be sitting right around the entry to turn 1. So we're gonna get a pretty good angle of all the action. Be able to see start-finish line easily, but also be able to see the whole track pretty easily as well. So we're going to be sitting right about here. About halfway up, I would think. Maybe a little bit more. I can't remember. We'll see when we get there, but good seats, expensive seats, so they should be good seats, I would say.
Fantastic job out there. Great win.
Meanwhile, while I'm talking about Bristol seat selection, we won. So that's good. What is that? Is that our 10th win of the season now, or are we? Where are we in this series? I can't remember. But we swept the whole race, won all the stages. But I can't remember whether... Well, we're also 33 millionaires now. That's our 11th win of in this series. So we got 10 in the trucks, 11 in the cup. or in Xfinity, excuse me. I have no idea how many wins we have in Cup, but hopefully we can add one to that number. Here we are in Victory Lane, another win for the Happy Dog, in spirit, of course. And let's either head back to the menu or off to Cup qualifying. Alright, here we are qualifying the Cup car at Bristol. Let's try to get a decent spot and avoid a decent chunk of our rivals. That is the hope and dream here. At any Cup race, but especially at Bristol. And there's not much real estate to be had.
Alright,
23rd, again. That's fine. That's fine. Who is on the pole? Jimmy Johnson down the pole. So we're ahead of probably 17 of our rivals. Knowing our rival status, most of the back markers are rivals, but...
Hello everyone. Tonight, NASCAR roars back to the last great Coliseum for the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race. Bone-rattling hits and heart-stopping finishes are both hallmarks of one of the most popular races in NASCAR. And if history's any indication, we're guaranteed to get another epic battle tonight. Colossus is ready. The drivers are ready. Let's get ready to go racing on PRN.
I almost interrupted the PRN intro because I forgot that existed for a little while there. Don't turn the mirror off, thank you. Alright, now it's time to see how hard this is going to be. I don't have much hope. Considering I'm wrecking the first car I attempt to pass, not super hopeful here. Wrecking the second car I attempt to pass, so great. Off to a roaring start here. Wrecking the third car I'm about to pass. Obviously I passed some cars in between, but more as a result of me passing the first couple cars. That looks like Daniel Suarez in a DLC scheme. Almost said Carl Edwards there. Oops.
Hold the bottom. Steady.
But we are moving our way through the pack quite quickly here, which is good. We normally have less rivals up front than we do in the back. Also not having any wheel spin issues yet. I'm sure I just jinxed myself. But I'm not having any wheel spin issues yet. Looks like Larson got into the wall there, running the patented Larson line. You should patent that. Nobody else can use the Larson line but him.
Clear.
Okay. Suarez must not be thrilled with my company. Because he just really tried to wreck me there.
Carlo.
Wait, is that an Irwin skin? Like, throwing back to Kurt Busch? Is that what I see? Oh my gosh.
Stay on the top. Hold your line.
That's incredible. I don't recall that scheme. Alright, I'm just going to let Suarez go because he is very clearly a rival here. I don't remember Suarez ever being a rival, so must have happened recently. Well, me and Suarez had an incident in our 2018 championship mode, but well, we also know Dale Jr. is in fact a rival.
Steady.
So we got to be careful around him. But I'm just going to kind of follow Suarez here. We also got Kyle Busch, who is a well-known rival to everybody, really. So I'm going to try to put Joey Logano in between us. Nope, didn't work.
Stay right there.
But we're just going to keep following Suarez up through the pack. That seems to be a good method of going about things here.
Stay low. Hold your line.
Sorry, Joey. Sorry, Joey. Didn't mean to do that. Really scared to be on a straightaway next to Suarez right now. So if I can't pass him in the corner, I'm really going to have to back off. And immediately as I say that, I go against that. But he didn't wreck me because I wasn't on the outside. So that was good. I apologize if I'm a little quiet today. My volume settings have been all over the place recently. I'll try to make sure that's fixed in editing, but
is clear.
Oh, Keselowski just wall glitched there.
Caution is out.
And that's the end of the stage. Kurt Busch wins the stage. I finished third, so you can't be upset about that. No pitting here. This is going to be a long race. This is going to be a very long race.
Almost ready. Okay, be smart out there. Going green. There's the green flag.
Why do you
All right.
always tell me to be smart out there, Mr. Crew Chief? Is that something you really have to tell me every single time? Apparently it is, but still. Kind of cut Kurt Busch off there. Not really proud of that move, but we are in the lead. Now we just need to hold it for 15 laps, which is easier said than done. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to attending this race in real life. I've only ever attended one other NASCAR race. It was at Michigan about 10 years ago. So, I'm really looking forward to attending Bristol. And plus, Bristol is one of those races that every NASCAR fan should have on their bucket list. The Bristol night race, more specifically. Even with declining attendance, the Bristol night race is usually still pretty well attended. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to all the atmosphere, all the events that are going on. Obviously, there's modifieds, wheel of modifieds, and the truck race on Wednesday. On Thursday, there's the Parade of Haulers at Thursday night, so I'm looking forward to attending that. And then, obviously, all the racing action on Friday and Saturday for the Xfinity and Cup Series. So, really looking forward to that. Also looking forward to diving into some merchandise, because I really don't have that much NASCAR merchandise when you think about it. All of my merchandise is based around my local short track, which the highest series they've ever held would be ARCA. I've been to a couple ARCA races, but so really looking forward to that. I'm saving up money and putting a little bit of my paycheck every week into that to make sure that I have enough money to go buy some die-cast, some shirts, and some hats and stuff. As well as dive into whatever glorious food options they have there, along with some alcoholic beverages, of course. Can't have a Bristol night race weekend without that. There was a special ticket package that I almost bought that gave you like free access to like 50 breweries in the area, both breweries that were coming to specifically for the race. And do not go down pit road. Okay, that was a royal mess up there. I don't know what happened there. I almost went down pit road. And the wrong pit road at that. That was a mess right there. Tires are definitely getting worn here. I can feel that. So I gotta be careful. We might lose this stage. Now, we had about a 3-second lead as I was talking about all that. But now we got Keselowski and Truex both coming up behind here. We were also about to get into lap traffic. I don't think that'll happen now, after that, but definitely going to have to worry about that for the final stage, as I hit the wall again. But this is most likely going to be a long episode, so I apologize for that. This format of doing a week per episode is usually creates some long races, so I apologize for that.
Carlo.
Alright, we are getting into lap traffic, even though I didn't expect
Clear
to.
low. Car outside.
2 laps to go. Let's try to lap Earnhardt and Timmy Hill here. But also getting into lap traffic means we're going to have to deal with the rivalries of these guys.
Clear.
Which is not a good sign, but hopefully we're fast enough to not have to deal with them side by side for too long. White flag is out in stage 2. Let's just try not to screw things up, because Keselowski is right behind us as I hit the wall. coming off a turn 4, we'll win stage 2. That's another playoff point for us. That'll help us in the regular season points as well. And everybody's going to be pitting now for 4 tires, fuel, no repair. Correction, not everybody. 19 people stayed out, and that might have been a wise decision now that I think about the numbers a little bit more.
Green's coming. They're about to throw the green.
But I felt safer going with everybody else there. Can we make it to the end from here?
Easy. Hold your line.
We can, so I'm not worried. Actually, we are on the right strategy, except now we're with a bunch of rivals. Stupid Jamie McDirtbag going to spin out here.
Low, low.
Well, that was a mess. It's still a mess. But we'll move up to 5th now that everybody else pits, so now will be a little safer terrain for us. We still got Earnhardt, who's a rival. Would not be surprised if Eric Jones is a rival. So we gotta be careful around him. If he wasn't a rival, he probably is now. We got a bunch of visual damage as I spin out.
Caution's out. Back her down.
Really? A caution for that? Okay. Well, this will make the race a little shorter. Got a lot of visual damage, but it happened after the yellow flag came out, so I don't think it registered as actual damage for us. I might be very wrong, and it looks like I am based off of the diagram. Meanwhile, Daniel Suarez is trying to pound us into the wall here. What did I ever do to you, Daniel? Sorry, Jimmy. You're in my way. You're all in my way.
Clear low. Clear up top.
But now I'm faced with the challenge of having to pass freaking Daniel Suarez again. Because that went so well in the first stage. Let's see if we can just do it here. But we're 3 wide, so I can't really get a good drive off the corner, and I wheel spin.
Stay low. Hold your line.
Stage 1 winner Kurt Busch is directly behind. We also got radiator damage, so that's not good. We'll try to clear Suarez here and just get away from him. Which we do. Now we got Jones, Earnhardt, and Keselowski to deal with. I don't remember if Eric Jones was up here before that sequence of pit stops, but obviously he chose the right strategy.
Easy. Hold your line. Clear.
Try to clear Jones. We do. Now we can set our sights on good old rival Dale. Well, that's not going to ease the rivalry. Oops. I did not intend on doing that. I wanted to get around him cleanly. And honestly, when you think about the fact that this is Bristol and how many rivals I've had, this has been an incredibly clean race. Obviously, we had that run-in with Ty Dillon. But besides that, this has been an incredibly clean race, according to my standards.
Still there.
So, we have that to be proud of, everyone. But now we have a legitimate race for the lead. So that's also good because Keselowski is definitely fast. And we do have some damage that is not helping us at the moment. Hopefully we don't start overheating at some point because we do have some radiator damage. We're good for now, but if that starts going up there, then we might be worried.
Keep it right there.
Me and Keselowski are having a good battle for the lead right now.
Stay low.
And we still got 16 laps to go in this thing, so this is not over by any stretch of imagination. We clear him there, but he'll probably get a run. No, he didn't. Alright, we cleared him. Now let's just run some good laps and start catching up to lap traffic here. But yeah, again, super looking forward to coming to Tennessee and seeing the Bristol night race. Bringing the whole family with us, so we'll all be abandoning our lovely Michigan house. Of course, Bristol Night Race is also smack dab in the middle of band camp season for most marching bands, and as you guys know, I usually work with marching bands during the summer, so I may have to miss some of band camp for this, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so as much as my band director may want to murder me for missing part of band camp, that's just the way it's going to be at this point. But we are now maneuvering our way through lap traffic. I see freaking Ty Dillon, who caused this mess earlier. So we're going to have to be careful around him. But we are much less packed up now, so it's a lot safer.
10 to go. 10 to go. Car up
We
top. Clear.
moved out to about a 2.5 second lead over Keselowski after all that. Now, of course, going through lap traffic is sometimes a little harder than I anticipate.
Stay right there.
Ryan Blaney is back here. Wow, that's a really rough day for Ryan Blaney. He must have got caught on that bad pit strategy. Because it was about half and half with the field on that pit strategy, so definitely put some people behind the 8 ball. But we are just moving through lap traffic now. We're going to have Danica next. Haven't had any altercations yet going through lap traffic, so that's a good sign. There's Danica, who's had an episode named after her last week. Don't even remember what happened. It's been over a week since I recorded that, so don't really remember what happened. This is going to be a really long video, I'm thinking now. Because I don't feel like cutting out going through lap traffic, because you never know when something stupid could happen, like that. Always perfect timing with the stupidity. Always perfect timing. Good run for Landon Castle. But he's a rival, so he won't make this easy for me. Pretty much everybody's a rival at this point. Instead of looking at who is a rival, we should really be looking at who isn't a rival.
All around.
Because we are past halfway as far as having half of the field mad at us. We had like 24 last time, I believe, maybe 25. So we only have 15 people who don't want to run us off the face of the earth right now. So that's pretty sad when you think about it, but it is ATF Gaming. Matt DiBenedetto having a decent run along with AJ Allmendinger. But we are going to lap you. I apologize. My favorite driver and my mom's favorite driver.
Car underneath, almost there, 2 left.
Well, Allmendinger's putting up a fight and he's going to put me in the wall. Got on the apron a little bit there, but it managed to stick. We are about to lap up to 20th here. White flag goes out, sponsored by ATF Gaming. Please subscribe to ATF Gaming. We're going to lap up to 20th, it looks like, once we get around Elliott. And we are going to sweep the weekend.
Nice work. Man, that's cool. Win, baby.
Oh, yeah. It'll be an incredibly long episode, but we managed to sweep the weekend. You can't be too mad about that. Actually, it's not going to be that long of an episode now that I look at the time. But we won one of the stages. Kurt Busch won the other. Ryan Newman ended up finishing second, so good for him. Anybody not finished the race? Suarez ended up DNFing, so that was interesting. We had a few altercations with him. So that is a good result there. We'll get some good money. That's actually really good money. So that'll put us up to $33.5 million. That would be great if that was real money. So that is our 9th win. So we are only one win away in the Cup Series to having 10 wins in all 3 series. So that's cool. We're still 7th in points, so we're clawing our way back, but there's not much we can do as far as getting back up there. We're over 100 points behind Jimmy Johnson for third. So the highest I could conceivably see us getting might be fifth, honestly. But here we are in victory lane. That's another win for the Happy Dog. 3 wins for the Happy Dog. Lots of wins for the Happy Dog, really, in the last couple of races. We didn't win at Watkins Glen. But overall, it's been a good stretch of races for us. We are the Jimmy Johnson. This is usually, no wait, no. I'm sorry, this is not the stretch that Jimmy Johnson usually does well. But let's head back to the menu, see if anybody has to compliment us on our beautiful weekend or get mad at us for a relatively clean race. Let's see what happens. Oh, we got momentum just from that weekend alone. So that's cool. Not going to meet that incentive contract. Ryan Blaney has something to say. Let's see what he has.
You've been doing really well out there. Your whole team is on fire. Keep that momentum going.
Whole team's on fire, so that's good. Well, theoretically. And next race, we only have one race. Or next week, we only have one race, Road America. So I might end up doing 2 episodes next week to fill the gap. I'll put up a second one on Saturday, probably. So I'll do that. So we'll have Road America on Monday, and then the next week we will have, let's see, looks like just the 2 Darlington races. So we'll have Road America for Xfinity on Monday, and then the Darlington doubleheader on Saturday or Sunday, depending on when I get it done. So we'll plan for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.